Hello YouTube, I'm Toby. Today's video will be with my good friend Paul, also known as Beer Pong on YouTube. He recently decided that he wanted to water cool his GTX 980. Neither of us have ever installed a GPU water block, so this is uncharted territory for the both of us. We started trying to take the radiator off, but for some reason Paul had managed to place his screws so hidden and hard to get to that we had great difficulty getting to them. Because of this, we decided to save the radiator for later and instead start working on the GPU block. We started disassembling the GPU, starting with the backplate, while Paul read the manual. I decided to remove the I/O shield and have a beer. If you're going to see us drinking a bit, so if this offends you, now is the time to go away. After this, we took the old air cooler off and started to clean the old thermal paste off of the GPU die. Notice the shield on the PCB, this will need to come off as well. It turns out that there was some sticker on the water block. This seemed to annoy Paul and it took him a while to get it off. We finally got the sticker off and began taking the remaining shield off. The old thermal pads had leaked some kind of oil, and this meant that we had to clean the VRAM and such with alcohol. Then came time to put all the thermal pads on. There are a lot of them, but too many is better than too few, I guess. You may notice that it's getting darker. This is because winter is coming, and thus it starts getting darker sooner. We did not have good lighting in Nils's apartment, so later in the video the light may get a little weird. Time for thermal paste. I'll have to give you a trigger warning here. We add a lot of thermal paste. Some may say that we add way too much, and they may be right. The water block came on without a fight, and we started to screw it into place. Later we had to remove the screws since we still had to add the backplate, which needed longer ones. I had to read the manual to see where the backplate thermal pads had to go. Always read the manual, otherwise you'll definitely miss something. The backplate came on easy and without a fight. We installed the correct screws this time. At this time, putting on the I/O shield seemed fitting, so I put it back on. Only the thing left to do was reveal the nice stickers on the water block. Now that the GPU block was complete, we had to take the loop out of the system. We had to do this because Paul hadn't installed a drain and we had to drain it in the bathroom. It took a few tries and turns before we were confident that the loop was empty. We then reinstalled the entire loop into the system. As you have probably noticed by now, Paul's system utilizes soft tubing. Neither of us have experience with hardline, but it sounds like Paul has plans for this sometime in the future. Adding the GPU to the loop was no issue. All we had to do was pretty much just cut some tubing to size, and thusly the loop just needed to be filled. Filling a loop is not that difficult. Just be careful that you don't pour the liquid into the sensitive electronics. I have to admit that one of the reasons I filmed all of this was to get it on video when he failed. But he didn't fail, so now I have a video of a successful water block installation. Here we see Paul with his hands inside of the system, while the system is running. This is usually a bad idea, but due to time running out, corners had to be cut. In the end, the system runs well. We spent the whole night playing a PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and despite the GPU running at around 92% for hours, the temperature never reached 50 degrees Celsius, so a job well done. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, visit Paul's channel. He does some cool stuff.